I just got off the call with a client who went from no contact to consistent communication to committed relationship, and now they're talking about living together. And my client did this in 3 weeks, and I'm going to share the secrets of what my client did. Hello, everyone. I'm Shannon. Welcome to Lifestyle Manifesting. I talk all about manifesting as a lifestyle. You're exactly where you belong. You are having success. And I want to share the story about my client that manifested her specific person in 3 weeks so you can do it too. She was in no contact for 8 months, no contact. We've been doing one-on-one calls. What she did was she focused on herself. Okay, so you have to embody the version of you who has your desire. You have to reject what you see out there. You ignore the circumstances. You reject the circumstances. You understand that those circumstances are not going to create your future. They don't have to create your future. You can do this too. So you reject the circumstance and you're going to claim and embody the version of you who already has your desire. You claim you have consistent communication. It's no contact. Ignore it. You're just going to ignore it. You're going to detach from that story, detach from doubt, worry, step into the version of you who is the master manifester. So let's do that right now. Everyone step into the version of you who's a master manifester. And now you're going to claim it. You're just going to claim, I have consistent communication. Why do I have consistent communication? I love that I have consistent communication. You know, when you ask questions, it's really powerful also because your subconscious mind will seek out the answer for you. So why am I so loved and adored? And why am I pursued so hard? Why am I so amazing? Ask these questions about yourself instead of focusing on that story. The old story will only stay in your reality if you keep focusing on it. So you have to shift your attention. Reject that story to create a new story. You give no attention to that old story. You create a new story. You can manifest your person in 3 weeks just like my client did. In fact, you could actually do it even faster. It doesn't have to be 3 weeks. You have to hold loyal to your vision, embody that version of you who has your desire. If you have your desire, you're already saying, we have consistent communication. I am someone that always gets consistent communication. I love it. I love that I'm loved and adored. I love that I'm pursued. You're going to keep stating it and claiming it until it becomes true. My client who manifested her person from no contact to contact, and right now they're talking about living together after 3 weeks. Okay, so she went in steps. That's fine. Go in steps. If you want to imagine first you're having communication and that feels good, it feels easier, sure. Do that, but do that from the place of empowerment, that you're the master manifester. Embody the version of you who has your desire. You feel irresistible. You feel powerful. You feel amazing. You feel attractive. You feel wanted. You feel adored. You feel like you're a priority. You create that feeling. You create that is who you are. You claim that's who you are until it becomes true. So my client claimed consistent communication until it became a fact. If there was nothing happening, consistent communication until it's a fact. Until it was just a fact in her life, there was consistent communication. Then she shifted to commitment. Person is completely committed to her. I am completely committed to. Okay, that's your statement. Your statements are manifesting. Your subconscious mind will seek out whatever you state. If you state, I am committed to, your subconscious mind just finds the way to do that. Your subconscious mind loves to prove that to you. Claim it. I am committed to already. I am in a committed relationship. My person loves and adores me. It's easy to commit to me. It's easy to fall in love with me. It's easy to be in my presence. It feels amazing to be with me. And if you're claiming any of those statements, you're embodying that version of you. And your subconscious mind will seek out proof for you that that's true. Claim it until it's true. And you will have your desire. And you will have the commitment you want. Or let's say it's money. You will have the money you want. Claim it. Claim it. All right. Hello, everyone. Hi, everyone joining. I wanted to remind you how much power you have. You are the operant power, which means you're creating all of it. Step into the knowing that you're the operant power, that you're the creator. Maria, you said, I want to learn how to manifest fast and easy. Maria, then you decide that's who you are, okay? You're going to claim you are that person, even before it happens. Thank you, Rose. Thanks for the roses, Rose. Okay, so you claim it now before it becomes true. So you start saying, I already manifest fast and easy, even though it's not true. If you persist in an assumption, it will harden into the fact of your life. Anything you persist in will harden into fact. It will become true. If you persist in it in your mind, all you have to do is keep stating, that's who you are. That's part of who I am. I just manifest fast and easy. You can imagine, take imaginal scenes, like this will make you a really powerful manifester, right? Imagine, excuse me. Imagine something like, imagine you wanted to manifest roses fast and easy. So go in your mind and imagine that the roses showed up and you're thinking to yourself, wow, I did that really fast and easy. And just start imagining things like that. Imagine that you already manifested something fast in your mind. Okay, because your world is going to be the mirror of what you're imagining within. The inner world creates the outer world. I'm someone who manifests fast and easy. It's so easy for me to get anything I want. I already have everything I want. I just snap my fingers and it like shows up for me. My ex and I have been in no contact for 2 months. I just gave a success story. Her birthday is, should I send flowers? Okay, so I just gave a success story of a client that I had a call with this morning, manifested her person in 3 weeks. Yeah, 3 weeks. Okay, so it doesn't matter. You stop talking about 2 months. That doesn't matter. You ignore the circumstance. Don't overthink, should I send flowers? Just live from the end right now that it's already done. You're already together. Imagine you already sent flowers and imagine that she's already been in contact with you. Okay, you already sent flowers. You're just sending flowers regularly. And she's like, wow, I love that. And I love you. If you want to hear I love or I like you, what is it you want to live in the end of, right? I adore you. Okay, so you live from the end as if you already have your desire. And the way to live from the end as if you have your desire is you speak to yourself, have inner conversations with yourself that you already have your desire, from the place of already having your desire. So like as you're walking through your day, you're just knowing and assuming that you're a goddess, that you're amazing, that you're the one, or a god, right? Whatever you identify yourself as, right? I am the god of my reality. I am amazing. I am wanted. I am desired. My person already loves and adores me because I create my reality. You're creating all of your reality. Okay. Now, no matter what you do in the 3D, let's say you send flowers today. Okay, whether it's today or in whatever, on her birthday, but you're going to manifest her back into your life before that. Or if you send flowers today, what is her response? I want you to practice that now. You sent flowers today. Imagine you already sent them. And what are you hearing? Remember, whatever we imagine right now will become our future experience. If you're imagining that you already sent flowers and you're imagining that your SP is like, wow, you're the best, you're amazing, I love you so much. If that's what you're imagining right now, you will be creating that as long as you stick to that vision until it happens. Okay, so you're going to assume the kind of experience you want in return. You assume what the response is, right? That goes with anything. If you're sending a message to your person, assume that you're already in the end. Assume that person's already committed to you. Assume that person already loves and adores you. Why I'm manifesting things in hours without even affirming, just thinking one time and not a thing I repeat. I know that happens to me too. I just have a thought about something and then it's like, boom, shows up in my world because you've already made that shift. Okay, so keep leaning into that deeper. Like it could be anything. You understand energy is all the same, but we give We give different value to things. We've been trained or conditioned to give value to certain things, right? Give value to more money versus, the perception. But it's all the same. It's just as easy to manifest $1 as it is $1 million. It's just our perception around money, right? Or a person. We might perceive them as sort of more valuable, right? You might unconsciously be doing that, but you might be perceiving them as valuable, more valuable than yourself, putting them on a pedestal. Okay, remember that energy is all equal. We're the only ones giving meaning to anything and giving the value to anything. I think it's a powerful reminder to remind yourself, like, everything is all equal. It's just as easy to manifest anything, because you'll get better and better and better, and you'll just see it's so easy to get anything you want in your life. Hi, Trin. Is it best to only have a few affirmations to do every day rather than a list of them to do? I find that to be powerful. You know what? I mean, it's really, it's individual, because you're the creator. Just have a few really powerful affirmations, okay? Like, I get everything I want. That's a powerful affirmation. If you get everything you want, that means you get everything you want. One's not more powerful than the other, okay? What feels best to you? Okay, I want you to understand that you're the creator in your reality. You have your own personal reality. Even what I say is not the end all be all. It's not the only one way, right? You're the one who has the final say. You're the one in your reality. You have the ball in your court all the time. Okay? You have the king for chess. Okay, Scott, hi. My SP knows I like him. He's my best friend and says he's straight. Help. Even that is a circumstance that doesn't matter. You created that circumstance. You created that reality. Well, you aligned with that reality based on beliefs that you were holding. Okay, so you can have anything you want. Okay, so let me help you. If you have your desire right now, this relationship, if you have the relationship you want, like, so we could just blur all time and space, right? And you could have the relationship you want. What would that relationship look like? Take yourself to that relationship. Take yourself to that version of you, and now claim that version of you, embody that version of you. Embody the version of you where you're already in that relationship. And what would he be saying to you if you already have what you want? Because there's not just one version of him. There's infinite versions of him. You don't have to choose that version. Choose the version of him that loves and adores you, that's with you, that's magnetically connected with you, that's intimate with you and loving you and adoring you. Okay, so choose that version. You choose that version by embodying the version of you who has that. You embody the version of you who has that by speak that version of you into existence. Okay, you could simply claim, we are already together. In your mind, you could think, no, you're not, because I choose the version of you who's with me, right? So disregard all appearances out there. Anything you don't want to experience, you could change it. Yeah, Crystal. Wedding is gorgeous and paid for, and that can be your affirmation. Wedding is gorgeous and paid for. You know what is really powerful? I was doing this with a different client a couple days ago. It's like the eavesdropping technique. So imagine you already had your wedding, and everyone who came to the wedding, you're able to eavesdrop, right? They're talking to each other and they're going, oh my God, I was at Crystal's wedding. And they're talking about how beautiful it was. And they're also talking about how they knew that you got everything for free. You got so much for free. It could be everything for free, right? You had, it was gorgeous and it was all paid for. And now you're on your honeymoon or whatever. So it's like you're listening to your friend, you're eavesdropping in on your friend's conversation or family members. I know, when you keep focusing on the expenses and then you're like, and it's adding up, and where's all the money coming from? Okay, so you see the expenses, just look at it and say, that's paid for, thank you. This problem is solved. I love that this problem is solved. I love that the universe has my back. I love that the universe is my sugar daddy, my party planner, taking care of everything. Just be a little playful with it. Okay, be a little playful with it and watch what happens. It could be somebody in your family show up and say, I wanted to pay for your cake. And then someone else saying, I wanted to step up, or I wanted, I love you and adore you, and I wanted to pay for this for your wedding. It could be your person's family stepping up. It could be the vendor just saying, you know what, I am starting my business off and I wanted to give this to you for free, right? We don't know how. You don't have to know the how. Do you understand the how already exists in many different ways? Just go to the end. Okay, and always go to always keep yourself at the end. Okay, keep yourself at the end, because if it looks like you paid for something, you're like, well, it didn't work. No, keep saying it did work, because the next day you could have a lump sum of money show up at your door, show up in your bank account. Somebody sent that to you. You received it out of the blue, out of thin air, out of nowhere. You just received the money out of nowhere. I just received money out of nowhere. Do you have to believe the statement at first? You do not. Jen, you don't have to believe the statement. You don't have to believe it. What you're focusing on is already creating your reality. I know. I can't believe I'm actually marrying him now. I remember manifesting him with you. I love it, Crystal. Here's a success story, everyone. Here's a success story. So she was manifesting her specific person, and now they're getting married. And Crystal wants to manifest that her wedding is paid for. Okay, don't worry. I don't even care if you already paid money out the door for your wedding. If you keep claiming it's paid for, that money's just going to show up, even if it's after the wedding. That's why you never stop claiming it. Never stop claiming it, because it will become a fact. As long as you keep claiming it until it's actually truly a fact. Yeah, congratulations. That's incredible. Isn't that incredible? I want everyone else to take this as a sign for yourself. Remember, there are infinite versions of you, infinite versions of everything and everyone in your world. And you get to have whatever you want to experience. You came here to wake up to realize you are the God of your reality, that you can select any timeline, that you are greater than the circumstance. I know, but Scott, I'm not even going to reply. I'm not even going to read what you wrote, because that circumstance doesn't matter. Okay, so I want you to think about erasing that. Okay, he's your best friend and he's in love with you. Remember, the story we tell is what's happening. The story we tell is what's happening. So you could even tell a story like, well, he's always been hiding it and now he finally came out. That's what you could say. You could just say something like that and watch what happens, because the story you're telling is happening. But if you believe what this version of him is saying, that's the reality you keep. You created that reality, and it wasn't just coincidental. None of this is coincidental. You created, or you aligned with this reality. Were you afraid? Were you afraid to give yourself something you wanted? Okay, I don't know, right? I'm just giving you ideas. This is no coincidence that the person that you want appears to be unavailable. Are you available? Okay, so you have to ask yourself some questions yourself. There is no coincidence that this person appears to be unavailable to you. Create the reality where that person is available to you by telling that story. You just tell the story that you're already together. And you're not trying to be with him. Start to take your power back, and you're thinking about how you're irresistible. You're irresistible. You could change it's kind of perceived as change, but that version of him already exists. So you're the one that gets everything you want. You're the one that people find irresistible, that they even change their orientation, their sexual orientation. Because of you, because you're so magnetic. Okay, so see that version of you. Hi, Rose. Yeah, SP has been contacting for a few days since we came back from my birthday trip last week. Happy birthday. I love it. SP, yep. Amazing. Congratulations. You've got this. You're a goddess. You're amazing. You're irresistible. You're unforgettable. You're the prize. You're the catch. Heather, you said, I got SP back, but I want more. I want to be more of a priority. Heather, congratulations. Amazing. So here's where we go wrong, by the way. Where we go wrong is we got something and then we start to say, but I don't have this. I mean, I know, okay, you want to be more of a priority. You're claiming what you want, but make sure you don't go down the road of, but I'm not a priority. Okay, you start to claim you are a priority. If you want to be more of a priority, you have to be claiming that. I am a priority. I am pursued. My person shows up for me. Just, you have to tell that story, even when it's not showing up yet. Until it shows up, you have to be claiming that brazen impudence. That means you're not taking no for an answer in your mind. Okay? SP came back and, okay, instead of the but. When you say but, you're kind of turning the direction where you're going. But I want to be a priority and I'm not. I'm not sure if you're saying that or you're saying, but I want to be a priority and I'm going to be, and I'm creating this now. Do you see the difference? But I want to be a priority and I'm not. Then all of a sudden you'll start to focus on that and you'll feel like you're not a priority and they'll keep proving it's true. And they'll be like, I'm kind of busy today, but I like you. How about if I show up, maybe Friday night around 11 or what, I don't know. Okay. So, but if you're saying, but but I want to be more of a priority and that's what I'm creating now, right? What's your thought ending on? That you are creating it and that you are doing it and you are being it. Okay. I got my SP back. Thank you, Rose. All the roses and love. I appreciate it. Thank you. I appreciate you here. So Heather and everyone, right? SP is back and I'm a priority. You start claiming it now, even though it's not true, because what you claim will become true when you keep persisting in that assumption. Just keep persisting in that assumption. I am a priority. Now, here's things like start getting clear on what does a priority mean to you? What does that mean to you? Okay, come up with your own examples. Being a priority means that they come to you, they call you the minute they get to work. Is that being a priority? What's a priority to you? That they schedule all your dates ahead of time, that they're always checking in with you. Come up with your own examples, and then you're going to say those things to yourself as if you have them. I'm a priority. I am number one. They can't get enough of me. I'm always chased and pursued. Those are more general. And then when you get specific, that's a really powerful way to watch your world give you exactly what you want. The key is persistence. You don't take no for an answer. You don't tell anyone. You're not speaking it. You're not saying, I don't take no for an answer. That's not what you're doing. You're standing in your creative power. Spiritual sensation is your imagination, and that's creating your reality. So all you have to do is imagine it. Imagine that they show up for you at the door with flowers, with roses. Imagine they said, I surprised you with this beautiful dress and get ready tonight. Like start creating what those visions that you really want to experience. Go ahead and get creative. Go get wild about what your life looks like and start claiming it and watch what happens. Whatever we're contemplating is what we're creating. If we're sitting at home contemplating, well, it's so hard to find love and it never works out for me. Then we're going to be creating that. So stop contemplating that. Stop being that person. Oh, Rose, you said not. What did you say? Has? SP is kind of, okay, wait, I don't know. Either way, Rose, it's your birthday. Here's what I want you to imagine. I know you had your birthday trip and you already had your birthday. I want you to imagine that you did get the call you wanted. This is revision. Use revision and watch what happens. Rose, okay, you're just going to do this right now after this live. I want you to imagine that you did have contact for your birthday. Okay, you did get the message from your person on your birthday. Just imagine you did. Blur the timeline. Okay, you're not going to think logically. You're just going to imagine that. Imagine you got the call you wanted. And that's it. Imagine. Okay, so when you're imagining it's a call, not just a text, what if they're calling you? Do you want them to call you or you want to text? Whatever you want. Imagine what they are saying to you and imagine what you're saying back. And imagine what they're saying to you and imagine what you're saying back. Play a little conversation. And that's revision right now. You'll create that revision. And if you revise that now, that's going to transfer into your future. That means that will play out. They could message you today saying, oh my God, I remember it was your birthday and I missed it. You could still get a message today, tomorrow, even if they don't even talk about your birthday. The point is that you're creating a vision of communication. If you create that now, you'll get it. Don't worry. You're creating a story based on what the circumstance. Not sure if I upset him or what I could have done. Well, you don't know you're the operant power. You're not realizing you're the operant power. You have to let that go. Let that story go. Start telling a new story. He already did contact you. He said how much you are a goddess. And you're irresistible, and you're always on his mind. And that's the only thing, something like that is the only thing I want on your mind. Because you'll create that. Is that what you want to create? Because whatever you're stating in the present moment, you're going to be creating, which you're creating right now. Not sure if he's upset or what I could have done. You're already thinking you did something wrong. He's reflecting that. Instead of creating that reality, by the way, you could change it right now. That's the power we hold. You have the power to change it right now because time doesn't matter. There is no time and space. There is, but there isn't. Okay, Rose, you're going to do this right now. Okay, I want you to come back and say, oh my God, Shannon, this worked. That's wild. This is really incredible. Okay, so we're even creating when I say that. Shannon, it worked. This is incredible. This is so wild. I can't believe how fast it worked. That's a really powerful affirmation or idea, right? Think of that. I can't believe how fast this worked. I can't believe how good I am. If you already have your desire and you manifested your specific person, that's a thought you might have. I can't believe how good I am. I can't believe how powerful I am. I'm so powerful. I did this. That's living from the end. You're claiming what you're saying creates your reality. Cause is you in your personal reality. You're the causation. The 3D world is the effect. If you want the effect to change, you have to hold to the vision in order for it to change and not be wishy-washy or back and forth or creating from the effect. All right, so it's already done. We already created that. Hi, Lucy. Tips for manifesting constant contact from SP. I just gave a success story, and I told you. I know you might have just showed up. I started this live giving a success story from my client, one-on-one client from this morning. We've been working with each other for 3 weeks. She went from no contact, and now her and her person are talking about moving in together. Okay, so first she focused on consistent communication. Once she got that, she started focusing on commitment, totally committed to each other. Okay, so let's start with that first step, constant communication. First of all, do you understand that you're the operant power? Do you understand that you're the creator in your reality? No one in your reality has the ability to think other than you. In your personal reality, you're the only thinker. And everything is like a dream. Your whole world is like a waking dream. It is. It just appears like it's all, there's like, if you want to call it the matrix or the programming, whatever's already existing in your world is already, it's happening, okay? But you're the one that can change the dream. This is a waking dream and you could change the dream. Okay, so you change it by claiming you already have it. I have consistent communication. You're imagining that. When you say it, you're going to imagine that. I mean, you are imagining it because you're thinking in pictures. I am someone who gets consistent communication. And that's it. You command your world. You can command your world. it will bend to your will. But if you don't hold firm and strong, then how's it going to bend to your will? If we're wavering, it's not bending to your will because, well, it's bending to your wavering. Okay, so you state, I have consistent communication until you have it. Now, you could also build up the vision you hold of yourself. This is why I created my self-concept course, for you to use a blueprint, for you to see yourself as like, who are you? You have to embody the version of you who gets consistent communication, because your reality is all yourself pushed out. If you think very highly of yourself, the world will be pushed out thinking very highly of you. If you didn't really ever think about it, and you feel bad, you don't want anyone to do anything for you, you're actually living small. You're not stepping into your value. Okay, so step into your value by knowing your value, by claiming it. I am valuable. I mean, this is just generally like, who are you embodying? Are you embodying the confident version of you who knows your value, who knows that you're irresistible, that knows you're a goddess, you know you came here to have everything you want, you came here for love. You came here, I mean, if this is your desire to have a relationship, this is what you came here for, to have that relationship. You get to have it. If you change your mind, you get to change your mind. If you want a new specific person, you get to do that. If you want somebody, like, I'm telling you, you could have anything you want. The world's always reflecting you. If you think they don't want you because of whatever reason, then your world's going to prove it to you. Okay. So the tip, your question was tips for constant communication. You're going to claim you already have it. They're already madly in love with you. Got it? Okay. And then come back here and tell us your success. Alicia, I need to manifest not putting on weight. Any tips? You think of yourself at already being the weight and the body that you love. I'm always the perfect weight. Okay, Lau, I can't imagine being with my SP without feeling anxious because I know it's not true. That's why you don't focus on your specific person. That's why you don't even focus on them. Why you don't need to focus on them to manifest them. You don't focus on them. They're just an actor. You focus on who you're being. That's it. That's it. The only thing you have to change is you and the way you see yourself. That's it. You don't have to change them. You're not changing them. You're never changing them. It's not manipulating. It's not anything to do with that. You're only changing your perception of yourself. Instead of focusing on SP, put that to bed. Now sure, I'm making affirmation. I'm stating stories because if you know you're the operant power, you could tell any story you want. Okay, first of all, you are the operant power. Okay, now, so focus on the version of you that knows that you are amazing. Okay, I am amazing. Don't even focus on that person. Don't focus on what you don't have. Focus on what you do have and you'll bring more things to your life. I already have love. Guess what? If you're claiming you're already loved and you already have love, then the world will say, let me prove that to you. Here's love. If you're talking about, well, SP is over there and I don't know if they like me, then they'll stay over there and you'll keep that reality. So all you have to do is focus on yourself. Don't even imagine SP. Imagine that you are amazing. Imagine how lovely you are. Imagine how amazing you are. Imagine, claim, and imagine that you're chosen. Claim and imagine that you're loved because you love yourself. There are already people in your life that love you. You could actually manifest your specific person into your life just by focusing on other people that love you. Because you'll be focusing on, if you're focusing on how everybody just loves me. And it could just be your family. My family loves me. It could even be the people in the past that have loved you. If you're focusing on receiving love, you'll create more receiving love, which includes your specific person. You won't be focused out there. You'll be focused within your inner world. Inner world creates your outer world. I mean, you could just imagine it. You can imagine anyone telling you how amazing you are. You could use askfirmations, which are powerful. An askfirmation like, why am I so lovely? Why is it so easy for people to fall in love with me? Why do so many people ask me out? Why am I such a goddess? What else do you want to, what do you want to create? Just turn it into a question. Like, why am I always pursued? So when you, why did I change it to a question? Because it's a little softer. Or wouldn't it be nice? It could be, wouldn't it be nice? Or I would love. Even that. It's you're picturing that reality. Hi, Jessica. I literally just quit my job with nothing lined up. Please just say something positive to me. Hey, Jessica, everything happens for a reason. It's not a reason outside of you. You quit your job because you needed to for this new job to show up for you. I want you to know that you had to make space to open up and allow the new job to come into your current reality, okay? It is aligned. You are aligned. It is working out. So this is all you're gonna claim that. This is exactly what was supposed to happen. Now, here's the next step you could take. If we could wave a magic wand, what does it look like for the new job that you want? The career, the job, the experience. Start creating that. Brainstorm that. Okay, so if you have the job you want, what does it look like? What are your hours? How are you treated? What does the job look like? The people you work with look like? Just start talking and speaking that into existence. Everything is lined up for you, okay? Everything is lined up for you. You're in demand. Here's how we could turn your self-concept into a version of you who gets anything you want. Start seeing yourself as somebody who's in demand. Even though you're not in demand, anything you assume and you're persistent in assumption, your world will make it true for you. If you persist in it, your world will make it true for you. You're always persisting in something. What are you persisting in? Nothing's lined up, because then your world will prove that's true for you. Or are you persisting in, I am in demand. Everyone wants to work with me. People are lined up to work with me. Every job sees my value. I'm valuable, and however that relates, I mean, you are valuable innately, right? And you're valuable within your field. You're the top. You just start claiming you're the top in your field. See what happens. Just claim it in your mind and see what happens. Hi, Nish, you said, how did you get into manifesting? Because I lost everything I knew my life to be. About 5 years ago, I lost everything. And then I started paying attention to my world, and I shifted, right? I lost it all. And then I started looking more into gratitude and being grateful for things. And I realized everything I was thinking was happening. So you don't realize it in the moment. You only realize it when you start to connect the dots of what you're thinking and what happened in the past. I was able to immediately connect all the things I thought about happened. All the things I didn't want happened, because that's where I was focused. If I'm focused on, I don't want that, I'm actually going to create it. And that's what happened to me. And then I had this big, huge realization that it was all coming from me. There's this infinite intelligence that was answering me and telling me certain things, right? I could see that this was happening. Anyway, so that's how I got into manifesting. And my first thing I started doing is I just changed my whole life. I went from losing everything, and then everything I wrote down in 1 year, everything I wanted manifested. Every single thing I wrote down manifested. That's why I created a journal. I have a journal that I made, and I put it on Amazon. It says everything I write in this journal becomes true, because everything I wrote down became true. I got my dream place in the neighborhood exactly where I wanted. Everything, the relationship I wanted, the school I wanted my kids to go to, everything, all of my relationships. So I changed my whole life. And then I'm also a real estate broker. In my real estate business, it just started booming because I just started claiming that everyone wanted to work with me. And then, I mean, I was already doing well because I've been in the business for like 19 years. So I was already a great producer, but it was just leveling up based on what I said to myself. Then I was helping my colleagues in the office, my friends. I was helping everybody. I was like, why don't you assume that that's going to sell fast? And I was like, I was talking about relationships. So I just was helping everyone around me. And then I started thinking, I started thinking I wanted to teach. I wanted more people to know. Like, we don't know. I didn't know I was creating my own reality. Everything was coming from me and I could see it. Okay. And then I wanted to go on YouTube, but I was way too nervous to make a video that was so long. And then so I didn't even have to come up with a solution. My kids said, why don't you just go on TikTok? So like the answers are always coming to me. If I just have an idea, I was like, well, I want to do that, but I don't know how. I didn't need to know how. I just went to the end. I was like, I want to get the word out that you're the creator of your reality. That's what I was thinking. Then my kid said, my little kid, who was probably 6 at the time, he's like, Mama, why don't you start posting your videos on TikTok? And I was like, okay. And that's what I did. And then I'm here. Now I'm here. And then I just grew this business. Okay. I didn't know how. I just kept claiming it. I claimed I was a master from the beginning. Just start claiming it right now. You just start claiming you're a master at manifesting. Okay, I'm testing it all the time. I'm testing it with everything. And in the testing, it's always proving it to me. So when you test it, it's always going to prove itself to you. And that's when I realized manifesting was real. I guess I look at it more that I realize here, let's maybe instead of using the word manifesting, just think you're creating your reality from your imagination. That's first cause. Your imagination creates all of the outer world. So it's learning how to have more faith in your imagination than the outer world. How to you have to learn to disregard the circumstance, right? Ignore the circumstance, disregard the circumstance. Instead of creating from the outer world, you create from the inner world. Okay, Vols, how do I manifest losing this weight I've put on? I do have a meditation in my playlist on YouTube about losing weight. Listen to that. Okay, see yourself as someone who loses weight easily. It's just as easy to lose weight as it is to gain weight. It's so easy to lose weight. You're genetically blessed. Okay, so this is, embody that version of you. You want to say things that you love. You talk about what you love because you'll create more of what you love. Just say, I love the way I feel in my body. I love that I look like a goddess. These are general ways for you to live in the end. I love that I have the body of a goddess. I love my body. So, do you understand that if you already have the weight loss, you would say, I love my body? That's why you want to lose the weight, because you want to love your body, right? Maybe part of it. You would be saying that at least. You'd be saying, ooh, I love this. I love the way that I look in my bathing suit. My bikini looks so good. Just start saying it now and watch what happens. Yeah, Maria, you said, how should I imagine manifesting? Should I see a picture in my head? You could simply say it. Even if I'm saying, when you're reading a book, you're also you're seeing pictures when you're reading a book, right? So you could just tell a story, or you could say like affirmations about that story. That's how you deliberately create. Manifesting is deliberately creating your reality. So how do you deliberately create your reality? You start telling the story as if you already have it. So you could do that by telling a story, by affirming that story, or by visualizing that story, or you could script it. If you're scripting, you're going to be imagining it. And that's what you do. Well, you're going to keep doing that until it just feels good. Okay? It's just going to feel you're like enjoying it. You're just thinking about that desire and you're like, that it feels good. By the way, it doesn't have to feel good. Okay? Because I manifest things when I'm anxious or, when I've been angry. I just decided, no, I don't want that. This is what I'm getting. Even when I was angry. How do you change the mindset if your heart is broken and missing him? He ghosted. Stop being a victim. Stop creating your life based on someone else's validation and validate yourself. That's how you change. You decide to give yourself all the things that you want from someone else, and then you're going to create a reality where someone else is giving those things to you. Okay? I get it. Your heart is broken, but now step up and you're the God of your reality. Okay? So it felt broken, but do you understand you could be empowered right now? You could decide, that relationship was valuable and you learned a lot from it. And now what do you want? Now focus on what you do want, and you're getting what you want. So if we're going to be in the victim mentality, we're just going to stay there, and don't allow yourself to just hang out feeling brokenhearted. I've been brokenhearted, I know, but you can make a choice each and every day. You could choose to be happy. Okay, you could choose to look at the best in the day. You could choose to look at the beauty in life. You could choose to give your best every day. Moon, you said, I did this and money is coming out of nowhere. I have money come out of nowhere all the time. It's so fun. Hi, Caleb. Hello. Hi, I haven't seen you in a while. How are you? I keep saying I have money. I keep saying I have money and it keeps coming. I have money. I love that I have money. I love that money just shows up for me. An affirmation, I was manifesting, I am, not was, but I'm manifesting that people in my VIP group are winning the lottery. And there was a woman that won the lottery twice already. She said it was a significant amount. And then, so today I was doing some affirmation video, and what the affirmation I said was like, why does the lottery keep choosing me to be the winner? Why? So that people in my group, because I want to keep manifesting people in my group are winning the lottery. Why does the lottery keep choosing me? Why do large sums of money keep showing up in my bank account? Okay, you understand that reality is a holographic image. Do you understand that? Do you understand that reality is an illusion, that it's not even separate? No one in your reality is separate from you. Okay, so those are some of the basics of knowing what reality really is. The illusion is that everything is separate from you, but it's not separate. That's part of the illusion. That's why you have the ability to shift into any reality, because you're one with everything. Okay, so Michelle Lewis, I intend your heart is healed. I intend, think about intentions. An intention is going to bring you to where you're going. It's going to direct you, right? So in the past you were ghosted or whatever, but what's your intention? I intend I am healed. That's something you can say to yourself. I intend you feel healed. I intend you feel empowered. I intend you feel special. I intend you feel wanted. If you say that, you're going to create that reality. If you start saying what you do want as an intention, you're going to create that. I intend that I'm chosen. I intend that I'm loved and adored. I intend that I'm treasured and loved. I intend that I'm wanted, that I'm important, that I'm special. And if you're saying that, if you're creating those intentions, you will absolutely 100% create that reality. As long as you stay there and you keep that assumption until it hardens into your fact of your reality. Just try it. Hey, Kim, you said, what does it mean while manifesting my SP someone else proposed? It means that it's working, you're a goddess, and you are the creator of your reality. It means that you've been affirming something and your reality is showing you proof that that's true. So if you could do it with someone else to propose, you can do it with your SP. That's what you're going to say to yourself. Like, if I could do it with that person, they proposed to me, I can do it with SP. Give it good meaning. If you could do it with one, you could do it with another. Okay, so sometimes we think, why did it happen with that person? And then we say, but it didn't happen with SP. Now we're creating that story. It didn't happen with SP. So you just flip it. If it can happen with that person, it did happen with that person, it is done with SP. Okay, your reality is a reflection of what you're claiming and what the stories you're telling, how you believe reality to work. It's the sum total of your inner world reflects out into your experience in life. Wait, Moon, you said, I manifested an ex three or more times. Good. And now I manifested him away. Okay, but so that means you just haven't been stable. If you did it 3 or more times, you could do it another time and make it stable. But you have to be stable to do that. So let's get into the vision of that version of you who is in a relationship. That version of you feels secure. If you're in a relationship that you love and adore and you feel good, like we're picturing that great relationship, you feel good, right? You feel important. So let's embody that version of you. You just have to claim that version of you. That version of you is stable. That version of you is sure. That version of you is sure that you're chosen. That version of you knows that you're amazing. That version of you knows that you're allowed to figure out relationships. And so you just want to think that you're really good at creating relationships. I'm someone who knows how to, grow into a relationship. Maybe something like that you say to yourself. I know how to figure things out. I know how to build deep connections. I know how to stay stable. I know how to feel secure. I know how to inspire my partner to be better versus the opposite where they're not better. Be the version of you who inspires your person to be the highest level of them and they're inspired by you, right? Okay, so take some time just to sit down at your desk or your table with a piece of paper. And now what would the relationship look like if you had it already? Who would you be? And then that you need to script that out or write that out and then just embody that version of you. You embody that version by claiming it. You could use my self-concept course as a blueprint. It's a blueprint for manifesting the version of you who's stable, who is a master manifester. That when you know you're a master manifester, you know that 2 seconds later you could recreate anything. It seems like it's going the wrong way, you could recreate it. Okay, so you're a goddess. You've got this. I got a question. I want to go see him this weekend. Should I do it? I want to work things out. You could do it and assume that you're working things out. I would practice imagining, let's take the weekend and make it right now, today. Okay, so today, imagine you already went there for the weekend, okay? You already went to see him. Imagine it did work out. What would he say? What did you say? What was your conversation? And then loop that in your mind today, tonight, tomorrow, and you keep looping that in your mind of what already happened. As if it already happened. You loop that. It's like you're creating what's going to happen. We actually are predictors of our own reality. But if you're thinking, oh my God, will it work out? Or what if he says this? What if he says what you don't want to hear? What if he says no? But then if you're imagining that right now, and that means that's what will happen in the future. That's why right now you want to imagine he says yes. And he says, I love you. If you're imagining right now he's saying, I love you, he must say that as long as you keep imagining that. But if you think, yes, he loves me. And then tomorrow you wake up thinking, but what if he, you start to play out going over there and you start to feel scared and you start to wonder, but what if he's not ready? Well, now you're manifesting he's not ready. You have to stick with your story and keep claiming it until it becomes true. Okay, Caleb, I still can't wrap my head around the other person messaging me paragraphs on Instagram about, where's the rest of my SPN relating to what he's saying based on who I was being, even though I still want us to be already together. You're already together. It's already done. If you want, you're saying, I want us to still be together. Well, then you're going to create the reality where you want to still be together and you're not together. You're reacting to the circumstance. Instead of focusing on the circumstance, give it no importance. Just observe that. And now go back and lean into who you are. You already are the person you want to be. Already together, already done, already my girlfriend, already madly in love with me. Just say that. I want you to loop that. Do robotic affirmations today and tomorrow and come back this weekend and tell me that you are together. I don't care what any story out there tells you. You are the storyteller in your own life. If you don't tell your own story, you're going to create reality based on the stories everyone else tells you. You get to tell your own story. Do you understand that? Tell your own story. She's already madly in love with me. She told me how much she loves me. I love that I'm loved. Maria, you said I did scripting, but nothing is happening because you said, but that's what you're saying. You're creating what you're saying. When you say nothing happened, now your world is showing you that's true. Nothing happened because that's what you're claiming. It did happen. You have to claim it until it happens. Carolyn, you said, I lost 130 pounds in less than a year and saying, I love my body, literally hugging her helped. Yes, hug your body, love your body. That's living in the end of what we really want. It's what we really want is self-acceptance. So powerful things to do on a daily basis is accepting yourself, appreciating yourself. Appreciate yourself, accept yourself. For any desire, by the way, it works for every desire. When you're accepting yourself and appreciating yourself, that you're living in the end of abundance through appreciation. Appreciation is gratitude, being thankful, feeling blessed. That's all living in abundance. That's living in having, living from having. Okay, so if you were to do one thing, live in gratitude, you're just going to have a great life. If you need additional help, you could do the work on your own with my self-concept course. It is a blueprint. You will have success. I know you will have success because I have thousands of success stories from people who have used my self-concept to manifest any desire. If you want to be part of a community, which is powerful, to be reminded that you are greater than the circumstance, to have accountability, to level up, join my VIP group. You can join free for a week. I love meeting you all. I love the system that we have. I love the community that we have. And if you want to work with me one-on-one, I do also have Zoom calls. I love you all. I do have also meditations on YouTube. You can use those as your sats before you go to bed. And you are the operant power. You are greater than the circumstance. Everything you want is already yours. Keep claiming it. I love you all. Bye.